Right, here we are. Yeah, back at Orwell's. Yeah, I know, can you believe it? Look what I'm on. I can't believe it. Yeah, already. Suzuki Vstrom 8DE. Yeah, marvellous. Look at that, it's barely done any miles, so we'll have to go steady with it. But I can tell you straight away, it's a tall baby, but exceptionally comfy. Yeah, marvellous. Oh, same sound as the 8S. Actually, I think it sounds a bit nicer. I don't know, could just be me. Into gear, same clock, but we'll get going. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, so comfortable, what a lovely position. Yeah, that's what I'd say straight off as we head off into the traffic. Thank you kindly, sirs. That's lovely. I think the quick shifter's on. Yeah, quick shifter's on. So I got into trouble last time for not using the quick shifter on the 8S. Didn't want to, because the Hornet that I'd ridden and the SV didn't have the quick shifter, so I wanted a proper companion. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Now I'm on this, and this is just marvellous so far. I've got to be honest. Because speakers I find, what I might do is just skip from here and bring you back when I'm out of the traffic. Yeah. So I've been going through the traffic, a bit of filtering, balance, going slowly. Oh, it's just incredible. It really is. You know, with the, you know how I feel about the Vstrom. They are a marvellous bike, and I didn't think that they'd be able to produce anything that could sort of live up to it, really. But early indications, and I know we're not on the open road yet, suggest that they have. Yeah, I mean, this is so comfy. I can't believe it. Yeah. So what have we got? Well, we've got that same speedo. We've got traction control. You can switch it off. You've got two settings for your ABS. Presumably one of those is off as well. Just everything you need there. Yeah. This one's got handguards. Don't know if that comes with all of them, but it is it's a very pleasant place to be sat. Yeah. It's very smooth. The quick shifter is very smooth. The whole bike seems very slick. The mirrors, the anvil mirrors. Yeah. You know, Bugs Bunny being hit with an anvil, something along those sort of lines. Oops, horn. Just caught the horn. Yeah, by accident, moving my hand back a bit aggressively. But it does go very easily in traffic. Yeah. I'm just following the flow of the traffic. I've got a car right up my arse, but hopefully we'll head out into the country once we get past. Back brake there, I just did that on the back brake. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, so up here is the countryside, but it is a lot of 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. You know the drill. But I'll just have a little play and see what comes to mind. So here we are, back in the national speed limit, and the bike goes really well. Yeah, I mean, potholes, bumpy old road, suspension on the front, adjustable. The rear, you've got some adjustment. We're down to 40 again already, but it's got a really quick turn of speed that, you know, from sort of 20, 30 up to 60, 70, no trouble at all, just so quick. Obviously it's not running, so I can't do a huge amount, and we're in a 40 mile an hour zone anyway. Yeah. What's he doing? Is he pulling in? No, he's just stopping, so we'll get round him. And as you know, these roads are terrible. I mean, potholes, dropped drains, everything. They're just appalling, they really are. But this is a bit boring for you, I understand that, because it's so slow. And then we're into a 30, and this does raise the question of the bike and whether you need big bikes. Do you need a 1050? I reckon this will probably do absolutely fine. When I was waiting to get out on it, there was a lovely couple just gone out, and they came back and they said to me, absolutely loved it. And in fact the passenger, the lady, she said absolutely wonderful. So a bike I don't even need to take Mrs. Tame on, and because I trust people when they say that. Weight wise, it's not the lightest thing out there, but it's easy to move about, you know. It's not as heavy as the Tiger. I should imagine by the time you've got it loaded up, it'll be a fair weight still, but easy enough to move about, and from a riding point of view, dead easy. Yeah. Oh, we're going down a hill, so as you can see, engine temperature 85, air temperatures 14 today. It's promised to be sunny, just hasn't worked out that way, you know. Oh, marvellous. Telephone box, library, excellent. Yeah, I can't wait to get off and let you have a little look at it. What I do want to do is to get onto a little bit of open road so that you can actually see it go a bit, a little stretch its legs a bit. I'm also quite keen for you to see the colour, because at first you're going to go, oh, I don't like that colour, but you know what, I think it's alright, I quite like it, and I'm already working on the senses, don't worry. Yeah, marvellous. So balance, dead easy. Yeah. You know, we're in fourth and we're doing sort of hovering between 28 and 32 as best I can balance it. Could probably do with cruise control. Yeah. But it is so smooth at that, so very smooth, barely over tick over, and just trundling along. Yeah, marvellous dog there too. So I'll bring you back when we get into the open countryside. Yeah, ta-ta. So we'll come back. Yeah. And that quick shifter is so easy. Got to watch for the potholes on this and the gravel. Lots of loose gravel there, I notice. Get down a gear, I think. Oh, but it does pull and handle absolutely marvellous. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's windy today. The screen is on the middle setting. Now I don't know how much wind buffeting you're getting, but I'm not getting a lot. My head's clear, but I suspect if I moved it up to the highest setting, I'd probably get some round my head. But yeah, no, clean air there. Yeah. But oh, yeah, what can I say? So we're not far now from my preferred walk round place. Yeah, we'll get down here. I don't know if the indicators are self-indicating, self-cancelling. Yeah, I don't know if they are. Yeah, and it does go well. It really does. It's very, very planted. Doesn't move a muscle, and it, as like I say, it is quite windy today. I don't know if it's a quick shifter up and down. Maybe I could try it when we get into a decent place. Can't quite see here, which is a shame. Oh, that's where the road goes. But it's beautiful here in the Suffolk countryside. Oh, riding the latest Suzuki Vstrom. Just marvellous. So easy. Like the 8S's. I don't know how Suzuki do this. Produce a bike that is just so damn easy. There's no other word for it. Oh, he's going to go where I'm going. That's odd, isn't it? What's the chances of that? Yeah, that's very peculiar. So we'll get down here, and just down here is a muddy patch where I shall do the walk round. That's marvellous, isn't it? Just here. So this should give me enough leeway to allow traffic past. Yeah, so there we go. Indicators don't appear to be self-cancelling, but they may be. I might just not have left it long enough. So ignition off, side stand down without even looking because it's intuitive, checking the road surface as I do, and there we go. And let's have a little look at it. I don't know whether you'll be looking at it because I've got my new helmet on, which I can't see the camera, but there you go. What do you think? First look at it for you lot. Right, I'll switch cameras. Marvellous. So here we are. Yeah, Suzuki Vstrom DE in grey and yellow. That's just marvellous, isn't it? I know, you sort of think, well, that's not colour I'd go for, but it looks just right. Start round at the front, twin discs on the front, show your forks, adjustable, stacked headlamps like the 8S, yeah, that little screen, it's on the middle setting at the moment, it'll go up one more, but I think you'll probably need an extender. Handguards, yeah, that lovely 800 engine, which is, I don't know, 700 and odd cc's, and produces about 83 brake horsepower, yeah, 79 newton meters of torque, ample, marvellous ground clearance. The forks are about the longest travelled that you've got, and when you mix that up with the Suzuki, whatever they call it, intelligent rider system, yeah, where you can set the traction control to however you like. Yeah, you can even turn it off, yeah, and the fueling you can change. It's just marvellous. The seat, dead comfy. Yeah, the seat is just, it's about one of the comfiest I've sat on, yeah, and that's including having sat on the Vulcan, yeah, which is also comfy. Rear seat, I think Mrs. Tame would be more than happy with that. Big exhaust, yeah, I know, this is what it comes with. Mono shock at the back, adjusted here. It'd be fantastic for, you know, gravel roads, the lot. Comes with that belly pan, I think. Well, this DE does. Yeah, and it just seems to have everything going for it. Yeah, I was dubious about this replacing the V-Strom. Not that it's going to replace it, whether it is or not, I don't know. This is substantially more money. I mean, look at the tail light. It's almost like a replica of the V-Strom. Yeah. But there you go. Spoked wheels, gloss black, just look wonderful. And then the dash, which you've already seen, mirrors absolutely ample for what you want to see. And this big tank, 20-litre tank, don't know how many miles to the gallon it does. I suspect it'll very much depend on how you ride it, yeah, and what fueling you've got it set on. But it's going to be between, isn't it, 65 and 75, something like that, I would imagine. But you can't take my word for it, like you can't take my word for anything that I say. No, you get, the thing is, get out and ride it yourself. But let's get back on it. Yeah, marvellous. Right, here we are, back on board. I'm going to turn it round so you can see how easy it is to turn round. 34-inch inside leg, seat height 855mm. Yeah, that's quite tall, isn't it? It's not the tallest. I don't know if they do a lowering kit, but there you go. It's quite muddy round here as well. Yeah, I'm on tiptoes there, moving it on mud. That's why I'm so slow, I know. Right, and we're off. So, yeah, I've inundated you with a few specs because oh, there's a fire over there. Marvellous. Some people like that sort of thing. I'm just washing my foot in, there's a puddle here. Yeah, because I stood in some mud. Marvellous. Right, let's go. Let's see what it goes like. Oh, get my visor shut. Look at that, it's lovely, isn't it? When I first got on it, I said to Dale, I said, suspension feels a bit soft. He says no. He says it's very clever. He says it does feel soft. He said it's soft and comfy to sit on, but as soon as you hit a bump it stiffens up, you know, it sorts it all out for you, and he's not kidding, it does. So lovely. But yeah, so I guess, oh, watch out for this car. I guess the thing is the senses, isn't it? Yeah. What would it taste like? Well, do you remember those chews? Those yellow, and there were banana and chocolate or something like that. Banana and something. Can't remember. That's what this would taste like. I used to love them as a kid. I really did. Absolutely marvellous. That's what this would taste like. Something really special like that. Yeah. A smell. Well, it's a brand new engine. Oh, we're down to 40. The smell, yeah, well, yeah, brand new bike. Just smells of newness. Yeah, it does. Oh, and then we're back into a national speed limit, which is marvellous, isn't it? And we're just steady on there. Yeah, this goes so well. Then what we're on to feel and touch. I like it. It's lovely to touch. There's a lot of plastic on it. There's a lot of plastic on all bikes now, but it's Suzuki. It feels solid. They'll have made it to last, because let's be honest, all Suzukis do last, don't they? Yeah. And it's a nice shape. Yeah, quick shifter down is also marvellous, just so you know, just get that in there. Following traffic, hate following traffic. Yeah. So yeah, touch and feel, top quality Suzuki, marvellous. The Nissan brakes are marvellous. The feel on the brakes and the clutch when you do have to use it. Oh yeah, we're in a 30. So I'll see if I can get my visor up. With this camera here, it's quite difficult. No, I can't get my visor up at the moment. I'd have to stop. I don't want to do that. What have we got next? Touch feel to look at. I've told you, it looks like, to me, it looks like a cross between the Vstrom 650 and the Vstrom 1050 DE. It does, and I guess that's deliberate, and that's quite clever, really, when it's basically an 8S with a few fancy extras on it. Yeah. And then what have we got? Sound. Like, it sounds fine. Yeah. You know, it's a touring bike. You don't want it too loud because it'd drive you mad in the end, wouldn't it? I don't know what the speed limit is. Is it 30 or 40 here? Don't know. I've got no traffic behind, so I'm okay. I can go down to 30. And it is 30. There you go. Yeah, so the sound is fine, and when you wind it on, it sounds a bit like the 8S. It's you know, it's a motorbike. It's decent sound. Does sound a little bit more like the Vstrom 650 than the 8S does. I don't know why that would be. Maybe it's because of all this covering and everything. I don't know, but to me, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's okay. All the switches and everything like that, they're all in just the right place, even though it's got all these electronics. Notice this is a lesson for Honda. Dead simple switches. You know, you don't have to have a million switches just because you've packed loads of electronics on it. No, very clever. Well done, Suzuki. So that comes down to the sixth sense. Well, the first thing is, it's an easy bike to ride. It's balanced. It's happy to go slow or fast. It's happy to go around tight corners or long stretching corners. The bumps, it's happy over that. It's just an easy bike to ride. And when you're on a bike, an easy bike, especially if you're covering long distances, that's important, isn't it? Because you don't want to have to be thinking all the time about having to do something. Oh, we can go up to 40, marvellous. So this bike makes me feel very comfortable and very confident. Yeah, I don't know what the tyres are, but like I say, it's 14 degrees today. We haven't been doing silly speeds or anything like that, and they seem to have plenty of grip. We've been down loose gravel bits, and it's had no problem at all. So yeah, I think this, I didn't think they could do it. I've got to be honest. I didn't think that they could produce something that would live up to the Vstrom 650, but do you know what? They've surpassed it. Like they surpassed the Vstrom with the 8S, they've surpassed the Vstrom 650 with the Vstrom DE. They have. Yeah, there you go. This is, I hope this bike's around in 25 years time, because by then I might be able to afford a second-hand one. But this is the young pretender take two. Yeah, marvellous bike. Could ride it all day. One thing that might be of concern, what I notice, I can feel the heat on my legs, and it's lovely today because it is only 14 degrees. In summer when it's 30 degrees, I don't know what that's going to be like. I survived it on my Tiger. My Tiger had fans that actually blew it onto your legs. This doesn't. But that's just an aside. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back when I'm nearer to Orwell's. Yeah, ta-ta. So here we are. Yeah, oh, it's dead easy through traffic, as it was earlier. Yeah, but it is that time when I've got to take it back. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I could literally ride this all day. So comfy, so easy. Yeah, an absolute pleasure to ride. And you know, Suzuki, they've gone and done it, haven't they? They've gone and taken one of the best all-round motorcycles ever and made it better. I know. It's just, oh, it's beyond belief. However, that marvellousness comes at a price. Yeah, oh, just over 10 grand. Yeah, just over £10,000, which puts it in a different bracket, doesn't it? A lot of money, but there you go. You have to pay. Things don't come cheap. But let's just park it here and we'll get off and have a look. I can open my visor finally, side stand down without looking, ignition off, over we go, off we go. Let's get round and have another little look at it. There you go, Suzuki Vstrom DE here at Orwell's. Absolutely marvellous. Ta-ta.